Alright, fuckers, it's been a while since we had a Monday Night Raw review on the channel, but fuck it, it was Raw 25 years of Monday Night Raw, so we're getting a big review, but it's 4:30 in the morning in the UK obviously, so don't be expecting the most fucking in-depth and detailed review out there. So we started off the show with the McMahons, Stephanie and Shane. You know, they come out, they thank everybody, and then but they give one guy all the spotlight. They say it's due to one man all that's happened, and out comes Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and he's there. He talks to the crowd. He's about to leave, and Stephanie and Shane offer him a plaque, not a plague, a plaque, fuck, like a placard, you know, to wish, you know, thanking him for the 25 years of Raw. And then McMahon, classic McMahon's still got it, by the way, and he looks pretty good actually. He looks better than he's looked for ages. And he starts running down the crowd saying that plaque, he doesn't want a plaque's worthless, it's what people have in their teeth, and he doesn't expect anything from Brooklyn. They're all skinned. He says Brooklyn's broken down. And then it was a great promo for McMahon, and then Austin comes out, and I'm thinking, oh great, man. And before you, like, they got Stephanie so far out the ring, like, so quickly. I don't know what happened. It's like she fucking teleported out the ring, and we all know why. Austin's getting in the ring. They didn't even tease the stunner. You know, probably if they even tease the stunner, you know, you wake up in the morning, you're gonna have a bunch of social justice warriors, a bunch of feminists, you know, complaining about how this is sexist, not a shit. So as soon as Austin's music hit, Stephanie just disappeared. Austin came out, McMahon fucking lied about how he's in an old folks home, how he's old, how he's ancient, can't take moves. He says that Shane's in his prime, and you know that led to a good old Stone Cold Stunner to Shane. Then Austin had a drink, and obviously McMahon seemed to think he was getting away without the stunner. Austin, bang, stunner to McMahon. Shane McMahon got back up. He wanted to share a drink with Austin. He did share a drink with Austin, and wham, bam, another stunner, and Austin left them all. Fucking McMahon and Shane and Vince laid out in the middle of the ring, stunned. Then we moved on to a 8 women's tag match. No one gives a fuck. Women's Revolution, nobody cares. The only fucking woman anyone cared about was on the show later on, and she was also on the thumbnail of this video. But anyway, yeah, so I can't even remember who won this match. I think Asuka won it, and then they threw each other over the top rope, but after the end, like, no one gives a shit. Then throughout the night we had the APA. They were doing poker, and they were basically stealing money for Heath Slater. I don't think he's ever played poker in his life because his fucking cards were terrible. Eventually he got better cards when he decided to cheat, which happened later on in the show, and he got caught out for that. But with lots of appearances, you've seen Coachman, you've seen $1 Million Man, like everybody that was, like, almost anyone that was relevant over the past years, it seemed to just turn up tonight. When Undertaker came out, he caught a promo, he left the ring, no one interrupted him. Thought perhaps we were going to set up Taker versus Cena. Didn't happen. Still time for it to happen, mind you, but it did not happen on this occasion. Then we had, what else did we have, man? We had we broken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Unfortunately, Bray Wyatt won, but you know, it is what it is. Then we had Ric Flair and Charlotte backstage, and Ric Flair and Charlotte basically ran down Alexa Bliss. Just an opportunity for Flair to get the woo win. Fuck, man, what else did we have in this show? No, this show, not a lot happened, by the way, on the old Raw stage. It was good to see JR back. So DX came out, they did their shit. It was fucking great, by the way. DX, and then Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, the bad guy, comes out. Everything great, and then all of a sudden, the Balor Club comes out, Finn Balor, and to see that fucking indie fucking faggot Finn Balor beside 6 legends of the business doing the too sweet thing, man, it was just, it was very disappointing, you know. I mean, they should have just left it with DX and Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. That would have been plenty. That would have been great. But nah, they had to water it down with this Finn Balor pish. Then the Revival came out, and it's no surprise that they didn't give any of these guys mic time. Finn Balor came out, didn't even speak one bloody word, so it tells you what they think of his promos. Absolutely fucking shite. Gallows and Anderson beat the Revival. After the match, everyone beats the shit out of the Revival. They do the Too Sweet again, and that is it from this Raw. Then we also had, there was a few occasions where they welcomed out, you know, a set of people. They welcomed out best GM managers over the years. They welcomed out the women, the best women, and so half the women that were coming out here was absolutely atrocious. The Bella Twins, Maurice, Kelly. Is that really who you think? Jillian Hall? I mean, really? Fucking Jillian Hall? Disgraceful, like, the amount of Maria Kanellis. Like, what did Maria Kanellis do, really? Apart from fucking Randy Orton shite in her bag, like, what did she do in the past 25 years? Fuck all. Then Trish Stratus came out, and that was it. But I mean, really, it was Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson fucking looked good, by the way, for her age as well. But I mean, I'd rather just seen Trish Stratus get 5 minutes to herself, you know, or get a wee segment with Trish Stratus. But no, they have to do this thing, and then they do it all the time with jobbers. They group them all together, you know, and that's what they did with these women here. No one really got any solo fucking action. It was just you standing on the stage like a complete moron, and we'll just play music in the background and we'll say you were great. I mean, they could have just showed pictures or something. They didn't need to stand on the stage. Pretty irrelevant. Like I said, done the same with GM. With other stuff, can't really remember. Like I said, it is 4:30 here. And then we finished it off with a very good brawl. It didn't last long, unfortunately. It only lasted about 2 minutes, but it was good while it lasted. Fucking Strowman attacks Kane. Lesnar comes out and clotheslines Strowman's head off. He gets in the ring. F5's Kane. That's Kane out. Kane got treated like a little bitch in this segment, but normally, if you're booked weak heading into the pay-per-view, you normally win, so who knows. I think Kane could win at the pay-per-view, but we'll need to wait and see. And then Lesnar goes for the Germans on Strowman, like he always does. He nails him every match, but Strowman battles out elbows, then clotheslines Lesnar, takes him to the outside, chucks him into the barricade, lifts him up and does the running power slam through the table, and Lesnar's lying there half dead. And you seen all these, they used all the jobbers to like they wanted to try and separate these three guys, and it was like obvious that they're not going to use any star power. They always use, like, see if you're in these segments like to hold people apart, then they obviously don't think nothing of you. It's like you're not going to see a John Cena. Like, you're not going to see a John Cena out here trying to hold back like Brock Lesnar for Strowman. That's just never going to happen. They're going to use people that they just don't think any better of, like the Usos, the New Day, Titus O'Neil, you know, crap like that. And guys, but anyway, I mean, I would have just rathered an old Raw with like old people. It's like when you go from like Austin, Stunner McMahon, then you go to like a 8 women's tag match with fucking Naka fucking Squint, the female version, and fat ass Nia Jax and Sasha Botch and all that shit. I mean, it's sickening. And then you've got DX and the bad guy Razor Ramon, and then he gets interrupted by Finn Toothpick Balor. It's just it's hard to appreciate the good stuff when it's just watered down constantly with crap. And it was kind of similar to the Raw 1000 show, if you remember. There was lots of good stuff in it, but it's just after everything good there's something bad, you know, and it just waters down the show. But I mean, all in all, like I said, it was a good show. Probably the best Raw we've had, and probably the best Raw in years, to be honest. But still, does it compare to that Attitude Era? Sadly, no, it doesn't. And that's it, guys. That's my review. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm being harsh, let me know down below. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Till next time, been on Scotland TV. Peace.